What's up guys? Today I'm gonna continue recording two tables, trying to get as much as possible into a depth in our analysis while I'm playing. So let's hope we get some nice action. We'll jump into the action. We have two tables of 1-2. For the moment there is no 500 running, so we'll stick with these two tables of 1-2. Not having a spade, I will bet again very small. He can still have his short stack, so he can still have all offsuit 7x with a spade. So exploitatively, I do this bet again on the turn, protecting my hand. If he raises, I'm done with the hand. I don't think he will raise bluff there ever. So very easy way to know where I stand. There's a mix of three-betting and folding. Gonna three-bet this time. Board being connected. We have on one side range advantage, on the other side we can find some check backs, but gonna simplify and just bet range. Especially blocking the 9, blocking poker 9s, which is his most frequent value combo on this board, which he can check raise, and blocking the straight is also a very nice card. So potentially turning the hand into a bluff on later straight. So better. Very dry board. He does have more deuce X than me, but still against aggressive recreational gonna bet off pot. Monotone board ace low. We do check this in the mount. I do still think we exploitatively do get value from his hands, and don't think he'll find enough bluffs on that board out of position. Yeah, we can start getting value against that size. It's pretty close. We're gonna call this time. I mean, it's not a big mistake, but still I don't like the size. It's huge, and this huge c-bet as well. It does exist, of course, but usually it just means he does have it, but I still cannot find a pair here. I would fold my wicked rolls or other stuff, so I can turn a 5, I can turn an ace, and he can barrel with ace x of backdoor flush draw ace king, so yeah, still got value, so I have to check, and now we can bet, and of course we're calling jams. And apparently he does have also bluffs with that size. It's not like they always have it. Here we can overbet. Low frequency, usually checking without flush draw, just with a gut shot and bluffing the river. He calls. On this board we just bet a bit more than 1/3. Oh, actually I checked by mistake. I wanted to bet. We can also have some checks. Queens doesn't fall into that category. Queens need protection. Get value from a jack, from 4-5, from whatever he does have. Here we can start getting value. So he doesn't have that much. I mean, 7 doesn't improve him too much, besides pocket 7 or 6-7 or some rarely checked back 4-5. And still think we are getting value from a weak jack or 7-8 or 9-10 or whatever he does have. So if we play the hand like this, I still think we have to jam. We'll have some bluffs here, also some ace-5 or other stuff, so we have to jam for value. Okay, unfortunately we didn't get a call, but it's fine. Now we can start getting value. I still think we can bet big after we checked flop. And we'll check back. Hopefully he's not thinking on donking. Okay. We do have some hands apparently. Let's take also some value. Exploit Levy against this weak player. He does not have much full equity. We just bet half pot and triple barrel, even without a club. So with a club we do barrel half pot, a little bit more. And on the river, let me think. On one hand, he could have some two pairs or set. Still, he didn't raise and didn't want to get away from on the turn. On the other hand, he does have some weaker flushes, so let me think how much to bet exploitatively. I think a little bit of overbet does accomplish the most. I mean, I don't think he will ever fold a club here, so yeah, let's take our value. Yeah, probably he didn't have a club, so like I said, don't see this station player folding a club there. So if he does have a club, he will call any size between half pot and overbet. So better get the value from his club hands than just going half pot and getting called maybe even with two pair or whatever random hand he might have. A lot of good hands so far, but apparently just winning in small ball fashion. It's still good than losing it in the same way. Doesn't have to be always the whole stack. my shortcut buttons playing some tricky stuff. I don't know what's happening. We could check some time. We could also bet smaller, but I prefer have pot on a flushy board. Make him fold some on the pairs without diamond. Without the diamond, we have a clear check. We are not gonna barrel this, especially on the 3 where he does have also 5-6 in his range. When he checks, he could check a queen sometimes also. He could check some on the pairs. The jack is not good. He could have queen jacks, some low frequency. He could have jacks. It's very unlikely we win, but also I think this is not a hand we want to bluff on the river that often. So he called there half pot without a diamond, so I think this is way to lose. This is exactly what I wanted to get rid of when I bet half pot. Even my bet half pot without a diamond, it's also a bit loser, but still I am the better and he's the caller, so yeah, I don't think that's a call there without the diamond with these positions against half pot, but never mind. So we flop the nut straight on a flushy board. We're gonna check 3-way. This recreational might have all the ace-x suited. He can have some flushes also. And now we're gonna start building the pot, getting value. Blocking some draws and some flushes and straight draws as well with a 10 of clubs. We do mix betting and checking. Gonna check it this time. Blocking also the backdoor flush draw with a king. So now we gonna start getting value. 6-7 suited, mixing, gonna fold this time, especially against this pretty large size. No need to bet that very big. On the river, we don't get any value anymore. Usually I exploited there, I could bet again small, but let's just check it back. Just call with ace high, yeah, pretty sure. He wouldn't have called again on the river. We can squeeze, we can call here against two recreationals. I go with a call this time. We don't have that many, I mean, they're not, from what I marked them, they're not that aggressive with squeeze, so we can see a flop, hopefully. That's not the best board to draw on. Three-way. We're gonna start with a check and see what's happening. Maybe we'll steal it on later streets. And no, apparently not. We're gonna fold. We can make a case for calling again and bluffing, I mean exploitatively, but this would be very well loose and opening myself up to our stuff, so I don't represent too much, and when I bluff the river he's gonna call whatever he does have, and yeah, just leveling against the recreational, and that's not what I want. I'm not seeing the time anymore here without opening the OBS. I don't know why. The recording time. So very curious. Just got updated. Maybe it's function I have to turn on now. I don't know. Gonna check it later. This is a very loose open, but in this constellation I do open it. On this we can bet again, we can check with club, we bet. To make him fold, ace highs. Apparently he does have a pair, and we're gonna give it up. Oh, he does call with ace high twice there? What? Okay. Gonna take note. Again. So checking here. We still have a call, clear call. We can also block bet. course he can have a 7, a 10, an 8. I think he will start bluffing the flop with, so either some 9x or some, what could he have? So jack 10, I block jack 10, I block some backdoor with a spade, not sure. This time gonna let it go. Have better bluff candidates, bluff catcher there. Bluff catcher candidates. I'd rather call their ace, let me see, ace deuce for instance, not blocking any 10x and not a spade. So when he's bluffing like queen 10, delayed bluff, jack 10, jack 8. Easy call on the turn. And when he bets, I do think we're gonna raise. I'm not sure what he's representing. Let me think about it. Might he bet king 10, king queen as a bluff, and should I just call it? Cause otherwise, or would he represent ace low? I don't think we're gonna raise this time. Blocking the 6x, that's right. And blocking 2 pairs, so some weird. I mean, blocking jack 5, jack 4. Ace is not a good card. Gonna check. And win. Oh no, I thought he mucked. Okay, ace 5. Going back to on this board, half pot, 3/4, sometime all bets, low frequency. Gonna mix this one. I thought it would be good to bet 3/4. He's short stack, so he is pretty tight, so just gonna call. Can we float one? I don't think so. Against half pot is pretty close. Against the small blind range, which consists of broadways and pairs. Suited broadways, we are gonna check it back. And now we're gonna value bet or raise if he bets small. Then it's a very bad card. I'm not afraid of anything, but I'm just bit angry that we cannot value bet again. Yeah, it would have been a very nice value bet on the river. I mean, even with clubs there, when I do have the ace of clubs, at least I'm gonna value bet exploitatively, just have pot or something like this. But otherwise, yeah, should I just check it back here, and interesting run out. Gonna check. Yeah. Ugly run out. Not gonna bluff the ace. They both have a6 suited. And he wins with sixes. He had fours with the club. I'm surprised he didn't start betting and bluffing with fours with a club, especially in the turn. He would have had a very nice pair. This huge size, I don't like it again, even if it's from the big blind. Gonna mix calling and falling, mostly calling. Without a heart, gonna just check back. I wanted to squeeze, but this is short, so I won't do it. I just call. Oh, this is a very nice river. Very nice turn. We're gonna block it again. Let me see. Think how do we get most value from his hands? Do we block or do we check and bomb the river? I think we're gonna check. Okay. This is not a good card. Of course we're gonna call, but I don't like the fact that I cannot raise. Okay, and he got there with a flush. Okay, apparently we lost minimum with this line, so he could have bet bigger and folded to a jam. Of course I do have some traps there, but I mean, was his size, his bet was perfectly fine. I was just saying that usually perceived recreational, maybe he's not. It's just gonna overplay his hand and bet bigger with a flush there. So yeah, in this regard I'm happy I lost minimum. Against very big bet, we call once. Could have some 10x, jack x bluffs. If you check back, we're not folding on the turn. No. Very strange, very strange overbet. Of course he could have bet two pairs with that size, but very strange that he overbets. I could have myself a full house, but never mind. Don't expect anything from our recreational. And this board even multi-way, this is my board. They would have some king x, but still c betting in position, taking advantage of my range against this very tiny bet. I'm not sure what to do. Don't see how this could be a bluff. Even with backdoor would be pretty low, so just gonna let it go. So I'm gonna set out the next big blind. We did have pretty good hands. Didn't get that much action with them or any other very interesting spots, but it was a decent session at least. So I hope you liked and enjoyed the session. If so, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you the next time.